Hi there, welcome. My name is Brina and today I'm going to be doing a journal with me. So I started off by gathering all my materials. I used some random stickers that I got, along with some random washi tape I got, and then a bunch of random pens I've collected over the years. Everything I use will be listed in the description box below. Though I edited it to seem like I knew what I was doing, I had no idea what I was going to journal about. But I persisted and ended up with an okay-ish looking spread. I've actually had all these materials collected in the corner of my desk for like weeks now, but I haven't touched them because I didn't know what to journal about. I still didn't at the time that I filmed this, but like I said, I figured it out and As seen in the earlier clips, I lined up the opposite end of the brown paper so that like if you connected both the top left corner and the bottom right corner of these two pages, they would interlock, because I just like the idea that they would be like equal but apart. I think it looks really cool whenever journal spreads do that. And now you catch me doing this thing with my washi tape where I cut it off, or I guess rip it off, using the edge of a ruler to keep it straight. I like the way that this looks just because like it's not perfectly straight how a scissor would cut it, but it's still kind of straight. However, sometimes you rip it and it doesn't turn out that great, but I more than likely will end up keeping it just because I don't care to fix it. This empty space that we are experiencing right now is me and my brain not working because I really did not know what to do next. But like I've said like 3 times now, I figured it out. Kind of. Sort of. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't used to do this a lot, but nowadays I really like layering different types of paper. Maybe not types. I just like layering paper and like giving it more dimension. Maybe that's not the best way to say it, but I just like layering the paper. I don't know, I just like the way that it looks, and not even just paper, like it can be like stickers, and you see me like putting this brown paper on top of the washi tape as well. I don't know. The cap of my glue stick was actually bitten by my dog, so low-key, whenever I go to use it again, it's a little bit dried out, but as long as you like get rid of the top layer, then it's fine, and I use it as if it's any other glue stick, because it basically is, except for the fact that there's bite marks. Yeah. It took me a while to get the backing off of this sticker, so much that I had to resort to using an X-Acto knife to peel it off of its back. But now I've learned that that's the most efficient way to do it. Learning. Yay. this is where I really got lost, because I had done everything that I meant to do when I grabbed all the materials, and I didn't want to do a repeat where I placed the white square in the middle and then had text. So I was like, well now what? Like, what do I do? I had a bit of a crisis, but it's okay. It's not that deep. I ended up doing it for me, and cutting them out and gluing it to the top. You'll see me write about it later, but basically lately I've just been making my decisions based on other people / because like it's what they want me to do. And it's, it's come back to bite me in the ass so many times. So I've just decided that I need to start, doing it for myself, making decisions because I personally think that they would be fun or good or they'd be, beneficial to me in some type of way, and not beneficial for the other person solely. I feel like this is something that I've done for the longest time, and it's easy for it to happen, especially when you're a kid. Like, peer pressure is such a common thing that happens, whether you're aware of it or not, or whether it's a big thing or not. It's happens so often and you don't even realize it. Like, I'm almost an adult, but peer pressure is not something that's just gonna magically go away overnight. And I want to take the time now to grow myself and learn to do things for me, because it causes me so much undue stress to do things for other people but not for me. Like, if you're doing things for other people all the time and not for yourself, then like, are you really living? Because like I feel like I'm not even existing whenever I don't do anything for myself. Like, I straight up feel like just a void, like a walking void. I don't know. The world is crazy. I feel like I am gonna continue to grow until, I'm dead. Not as a person, not physically, because, I stopped growing a long time ago, but, mentally. Okay, well, that was a fun little talk, wasn't it? So during that little spiel I had, you would notice that I had to redo the it in doing it for me, because I cut too closely to the edge and tried again, but that time it worked, sort of. But then I didn't have enough space on the paper to do me again, so I thought, let's just do it on a completely separate piece of paper to highlight the fact that it's me, Yeah. I outlined the M and E as well, and then glued them down. I thought the sticker would go nicely as well, but before I put it down, you'll see me placing some good old washi tape down, because, like I said before, for whatever reason, I really enjoy layering stuff now. It mostly happens whenever I want to put like one bigger, I guess, object on top of like washi tape of some sort, and I'll maybe even layer the washi tape like a thin piece on top of a thick piece, or vice versa. Okay, now the reoccurring indecisiveness that you'll see coming up is really hilarious to me because, as you can see, I just picked up the black pen and then I picked up the red pen, and now I have the black pen back in my hand. I'm hesitating, and then in the next clip I'll be writing with the red pen. Yeah. Why am I like this? That indecisiveness was because I was like, do I write? Do I not write? Do I draw like a little something something? But I found that when in doubt, I usually draw the little leaf things that I ended up drawing. But for the text itself, as you can see, I wrote black on the regular paper and then red on the brown paper. But then I ended the text with "you got it," because you just got it. Less than 3. You know, life is always gonna throw you curveballs and you just gotta grind your way through it. And then I ended with more leaves because obviously when in doubt, leaf it out. Oh, ooh, no, wait, no. At this point, to me, the spread still seemed empty. Like, there's just like this void on the left side with where the red paper is. So I cut out the same paper I used for the text at the top, doing it for, and I wrote a song quote on it, which I don't think many people would know. And if they didn't know that it was a song lyric, it wouldn't look that odd to just see that text together. Yeah. I do think I underestimated how difficult it would be writing on this paper. With the mildliner, it was fine, I guess, but then I decided that it was still missing something, like it didn't look fully complete. So I did put it up there, as you can see. I really was about to glue it down, but then I decided to outline the text. Now this part was so hard, and I don't need you to look too closely at it because it is it's just really special is what it is. Like the paper, I know you can't really see it, you can't really tell, but the paper is textured, so all those little bumps were just making it so, it was just such an experience outlining the text, let me tell you. And the pen that I used to outline smears really easily, so that's why you saw me smooth it down kind of with the roll of washi tape. But that was the end of me doing my spread, so I started putting my materials away, and this is the final spread. I'm actually kind of proud of it. Yeah. So that concludes this video. If you enjoyed it in any way at all, consider, dropping a like, as the YouTubers say, or maybe even subscribing. But I don't blame you if you don't want to, because, I only have 2 videos up on my channel, and that's not really like a good descriptor as to what type of content I create. But I do appreciate your view. You know, I make this content so other people can see it because I enjoy creating it. Yeah.